Are you looking to make your own custom LEGO creations, but you have no idea what kind of pieces you should be buying to make them? Well, today I'm going to show you the 5 best pieces that you need to make your own custom Bionicle creations. So, next time you're doing a Bricklink order, or you're at a used LEGO store and you see one of those beautiful tables of loose pieces, well, now you're going to know what kind of pieces to look for. The very first piece we're going to talk about today, I would argue this might be the most versatile and the most useful. What is it? The classic Exo Force robot arm piece. Oh baby. This piece slaps. We've seen it used in official LEGO Bionicle sets for an incredible hand design. Individual posable fingers, it's like a dream come true. But it also works well, like Matt Goldberg has done here. You can use it to shape very realistic curves on a torso. Actually, hey, the hands and the feet. They use these pieces for individual toes and fingers. Posable toes and fingers. The same technique looks great on animals, helping to shape small or large sections of the body. Now, you can also use this for a cool head design. Joxon has done that here, and yeah, he attaches a few teeth off of these pieces. It's a very effective way to make a mouth design. How elegant. See, these pieces can create some very expressive faces. For example, take a look at this, using them to help shape the eyes and various face details on this Hero Factory revamp of Scarox. Once again, the same pieces can be used to fill in gaps, round off areas of the face. It looks good. I'm telling you, man, these robot arm pieces are the best. There's thousands of examples of how these can be used. And when they are used, it pretty much is always the best part of that creation. I highly recommend picking these up. Small or large quantities, they're going to be a big help. And a couple examples of using them in larger quantities. Patrick Biggs uses them here to create a very nice coat. Fancy. And then Jafer has a ton of them, and they craft these quite angelic wings. If you're looking to make a wing design, you need these pieces. You probably also need some of those feather pieces from Chima. They're pretty good too. The second element that I recommend you pick up, well, it's literally any Bionicle mask. Any of them. Of course, they look great as masks. That's what they're designed for. But I would argue that they look even better when you don't use them as faces. I mean, here, they look awesome as shoulder pads. In fact, actually, an older mask like this, a lot of those designs, they had interesting, connection points, which lets you branch off additional pieces. Very useful. Bionicle masks are so good. But Hero Factory masks, just as helpful. Like we see here, Frost Beast's head as crotch armor, and feeding that tube through the eyes? Nice. This MOC also uses masks as shoulder pads, but check out the knees. 2 of Vakama's masks upside down, and it creates this incredibly pronounced knee. Whoa, that's so clever. Boncarella uses Vakama's mask for thighs. There's also another mask right here for the torso. There's even masks on the lower legs. That mask belongs to Pyrox. Honestly, every section of a humanoid body will benefit from a mask. This here is a prime example of exactly that. We got 1 on the torso, 2 on either leg, and it helps bridge it into the waist. Takanuva's mask for claws, Iruni's mask upside down as a new head. Dang! But they also look pretty good on non-humanoid designs. Cody Avery uses it for some nice detailing or kind of armor on a bike. Whether you use it as a mask, as armor, whatever you do, it's always gonna look good. It's worth growing your collection of masks and trying to get a few doubles and duplicates. That way you can make more stuff like this. Or heck, flip a mask upside down and add a few extra pieces on top or underneath. Getting this old Ruru and using gears for teeth? That's so clever. The third best piece that you need for your next creation. Any type of Hero Factory armor shell. Big, small, printed, whatever. They all look good. Matt Goldberg shows us how they can be integrated in with other Bionicle pieces. They look wonderful on the leg, they look great as arm armor. And these printed ones as well? Hot dog! Some of the smaller CCBS armor shells make for a real nice head design, as you can see here. Actually, the rest of the body uses CCBS armor shells on bones. It's simple, yes, but it looks lovely. I also recommend picking up larger quantities of the same color and type. Why? Well, then you can do stuff like this. Check out what Mitch Builds has done. Stringing together a bunch of dark green armor shells, and now it looks like dragon scales. The way this flows together, it's such elegant shaping. It really is beautiful. Always worth stocking up on more and more of these types of pieces. But CCBS can also look good for some more subtle, finer details. Patrick Biggs uses this armor shell for a pretty neat knee pad. Sick. Are you looking to create some sort of fancy, rounded, almost circular design? Maybe something like this? Hero Factory armor shells will accomplish that with ease. And you can't forget, these armor shells have those bar connections. It lets you branch off an eye design like this so easily. Bro, these are just the best. Using a few or using a lot, you're gonna accomplish some amazing results. Number 4. It's another piece that you can never have too many of. Ball joints. Specifically the voodoo balls, the ones that have the hole through the middle. They're the best. So many creations like this masterpiece by Mitch Henry. Well, the internal frame underneath all of that armor is going to use a lot of ball joints. Let me point out a few of them here. If you are building a frame or some sort of internal structure for your next humanoid or non-humanoid mock, you will need ball joints. No question. And they're a big help. They're going to make it so easy for your frame to be posable. I mean, look at how posable this one is. Yeah, I challenge you, next time you look at a Bionicle creation, study it. See how many ball joints it actually uses. Most creations use quite a lot. Even smaller creations will benefit from ball joints. Matoran specifically. It's a very powerful piece that makes posability easy, and it just allows you to add on so much more armor and realism. It's also so easy to churn through these pieces. One mock can use a ton. So anytime you can pick up a few more, it'll be worth it. The last piece today, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's go a little outside the box. It's a little more specific, but still very, very helpful. These glow-in-the-dark blue pieces. These came in many different shapes and sizes and types, and a lot of them came in various 2007 Mari-era Bionicle sets. So many sets from this era feature a ton of these parts. Even just picking up a small handful of these sets, you actually get a lot. And the fact that they glow in the dark, the fact that the color looks so nice, everything about them is a win. But let me show you the real reason why these rock. They're so easy to use, and every time you do, they look dang good. For example, the glow-in-the-dark piece that's used for Gadunka's head. You can use this in so many ways. Turning it around, it creates this really interesting alien head design. That's nice. But you can also use it for a crab shell. Very different, but still very good. And then, a dress. One piece, so many uses. And every single one of those creations was really good. But something else that's good about these pieces? The color. It can be combined with so many other shades of blue. Like right here, trans satin blue. It looks so nice alongside this piece. Alex MOCS has used it alongside some blue flames. The overall feeling is this haunting, ghostly glow. Wow. Honestly, any shade of blue, translucent or regular, whatever, it looks majestic. And if you're creating some sort of underwater beast or creature or rahi, it's gonna fit right in. And these Takodox heads, they look pretty good right here, but they look great here. I'm telling you, these are so versatile. All of these pieces, the colors rock, the shapes and forms, it makes it so easy to use in many ways. The look and feel, it's hella versatile. They're the best. Even non-humanoid designs like this, the pieces become the focal point of the creation. It creates some stunning results. And the glow-in-the-dark blue color, well, you know, it actually does give a bit of a mythic feeling. It creates an otherworldly vibe. You even feel a little bit bioluminescent. So if you are making some sort of towering kaiju, or some sort of godlike creature like this, well then it's a no-brainer to use this color. And oh baby, alongside dark blue and gold? Wow. I highly recommend picking up all types, all sizes, all variations of these pieces. It's just so easy to use them. That's it. That's 5 Bionicle pieces that you can use in your next creation. But alright, what are some of your go-to pieces? Elements that you use all the time? Let me know in the comments below. I'm sure other people will really benefit from hearing your go-to pieces. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy building and bye for now. Man, was that like a record for the most amount of creations I've spoken about in one episode? I need a spreadsheet of all the statistics and facts from all of my videos. That sounds like a big task.